I thought I was gonna file for unemployment. I think I was 23 by the time I had 3, dude. That's crazy. What an insane past few hours it has been. Honestly, 2025 has been insane, but what an insane past day it has been. My mom was telling me to file for unemployment. No, but seriously, hey guys, welcome to another video. Let's get into it. Let's just talk about it. What's been going on? I'm so excited. I love making YouTube videos. It's more so just the thought that sometimes gets me a little stumbled up to start. So I planned on making this video. I want to do like a skincare chit chat video about my social media journey, and with the TikTok ban, because last night TikTok was completely banned as of, what time is it? It's 2:41 here, and I know that TikTok has been back for a few hours, so it's the next day and TikTok's back, which I'm so happy for. Don't get me started on the politics behind it though, because don't make me mad. Don't take me there. Mom? Yeah. Okay, that was literally the definition of why sometimes it can be hard to sit down and like do a whole dedicated YouTube video, because I want to like sit and talk uninterrupted. And I was debating. I was like, should I just sit here and read my book, or should I make a YouTube video like I meant to? My fireplace just turned off and now it's like insanely quiet. But yeah, so I was debating on if I should like sit down, read my book and relax, or make the YouTube video. And then literally, like, you know, as soon as I started recording, he came down. He had just woken up from his nap, so right into it. I have some new products I'm excited to try, but I kind of just want to talk about my whole journey with social media overall. I don't think I've done like a talking video about my social media journey in a while, at least like 3 years. So I figured that I would do another one because so much has changed, and just like, you know, social media is always changing. Clearly TikTok was gone the other day. These are the brightening under eye masks from Topicals. They are so good. This is the first time I've tried this specific, like the this like color one. I usually do like the lighter ones. So growing up, my mom took tons of pictures and videos of us, like just to have memories of. She printed out tons of pictures. She had home videos of every single thing. So naturally, growing up, I had an interest in like photography, like with my DSI, taking pictures. Am I old for saying that? My DSI, like taking pictures when I was younger, found like random digital cameras, all that stuff. Then I used to do like videos of myself talking, and even though I was like shy, I feel like I always still had that interest in pictures and everything like that. So when I was in high school, my sister, just stay with me here, she basically chopped my hair off. And I had like really long hair because she was in cosmetology school. My lips are burning. I always get confused with the Fenty Beauty Heat. This is the Heat, and my regular Fenty Beauty is like the fussy one. The fussy one is my go-to, but this is the Heat. My lips are about to be burnt to a crisp. Anyway, she chopped my hair off. At the time, I was in the middle of transitioning from like being so insecure about my hair and straightening it all the time, like to the point where it was like my hair would be wet, curly, and I'd like straighten it to try to like damage it so that it'd be like straight all the time. If you know, you know. So then I was like starting to like my curls, but I had like, my hair was like curly, but then it would be like straight, like super damaged. And I was like slowly cutting it, doing trims and stuff like that, like scrunching it up every day, trying to get the curls to come back. They were gone. There was no coming back from that. I let people do stuff to my hair, and I'm not picky unless it comes to like dyeing, because when it comes to dyeing, I always get scared that my hair is just like gonna fall out for some reason. But I don't think that would actually happen, but in my mind I feel like it does. So when it came to cutting, I was like, hey, I'm for it. So my hair probably was like at least here. It was like above my shoulders. So in the moment, of course, I was like sick. I was so sick. But then ended up, I needed it because all my dead ends were gone. She was like, I'm just gonna cut the dead ends. Mind you, half my hair was dead. My hair was so short. But anyway, the reason I tell you that story is because I was on that transition to like really taking care of my naturally curly hair and embracing it and all this stuff, and like learning so much about it. So I would watch YouTube videos, and then I wanted to start my own YouTube channel. But mind you, I was so nervous about it. So I ended up starting my YouTube channel. It was like a natural curly hair YouTube channel. I think it was like 2016 at the time. You know, I was having a good time, but I didn't want anyone to find it. You know, when you like start something and you're kind of like not confident to put it out there, but enough to like do it so it's specific just to that platform. And I was like, it's on YouTube, no one's gonna find this. I don't know how much time goes by, probably only like a week or two. I probably posted like 2 to 3 videos, and they were doing pretty well. Someone found my channel at school, and I was like, no. So deleted it all, no traces of it. I'm sure if I tried, I could like actually find the video. But anyway, I took it down so quick. Okay, realizing haven't done any skincare. Okay, let's take these off. Do you do it from the outer corner? Sometimes I feel like people look so cute when they wear these, but I'm like, I don't really feel like I look cute in these. I do have like a few little like breakout areas right now just because it is that time of the month. Ugh. I've been so crampy and everything and bloated, all of the above, but we're here. We're here. If I'm doing these in the wrong order, you guys better tell me. I love this serum. I will use this until there's like nothing, like I'm scraping the bottom. And they just sent me this huge bottle, so I was super excited about that. So anyway, then after that, I just still like always had an interest, like I said, taking pictures, making videos, all that stuff. And I would still post them, but it was more so just like a, you know, get dressed for school, and then I would take a picture and stuff. And also I feel like at that time it really wasn't even a thing, like a career like it is now. So anyway, then time fast forwards, probably like 2 years, and I'm in college, my freshman year, that like end of the second semester, like basically summer, the first summer, right after I'm a freshman. A lot of people don't study abroad their freshman year, but I wanted to go to South Africa, and it was a really good public health program that they had. So I decided to go there. You know, I got to travel. So then I started posting that, and I really enjoyed it. So at this point, it's 2018, and then I'm starting to see that there's like more travel bloggers, like it's actually starting to become a thing. Like I said, still in college at this point. This is their full-time job, and they're traveling all the time. They're finding ways to travel for free or for really cheap and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Like I could see myself doing that, but I still planned on like being in school and doing like global health after I graduated college. It was a lot going on. So then, told the story a million times. I'll spare you the details. Found out I was pregnant my second year of college, so like it was the start of second semester, like the very start of second semester. Because now that I think about it, I had an 8 a.m. anatomy class, and I lived in Michigan at this time because I went to Western Michigan University. And I just remember I was so tired, and I'm like the biggest morning person ever. It's scary. I remember I had an 8 a.m. class, and I'm like, okay, that's perfect. I could not wake up for that class to save my life. Turns out I was pregnant. Not only that, but I was already halfway through my pregnancy when I found out. So the first ultrasound, they knew the gender. So like I said, I already had plans of like, you know, social media had always been in my head, but I was so nervous, like terrified to put myself out there. Like, ooh, I liked keep it, you know, cute where you don't know too much. But now I was just like, it was a lot. Like I was not somebody who really like had baby fever. Like I always thought kids were cute. I knew that I wanted kids, but I was so focused on whatever I had going on, and I was so young that I was just like, not, you know, that wasn't on my mind. It took a lot, like a lot of like prayer and journaling and like really figuring out like what I saw for my life to, like, I took a lot of time like to be by myself and to really like process everything. When I came out of that, I basically decided I want to start sharing my journey with just like finding everything out, just how things can be unexpected, but like how you can come out of that and continue on. I don't know how to explain it the best. So anyway, fast forward from there, obviously like super sad about not being able to still be, I mean, I really could have still been on campus, but it didn't make sense. I would have had no help because I was like an hour from where I lived. So then COVID happened like 6 months after I gave birth. Around the time of COVID was when TikTok came about. I'd always been on Instagram. I started to like do YouTube a little bit. When TikTok came out, I got on TikTok, and basically I was just doing like funny little videos of like, I didn't know I was pregnant, and just like how I was in college and just random story time type of things. That was my platform that grew the fastest by far, and it was just so fun. And I feel like everyone still feels that way because it's like you can just talk on there. You don't have to like be so curated or so look one way or everything's perfect. So I think that's part of the reason why everyone was like so distraught that TikTok was going away. I'll get on Instagram. First of all, let me tell you this. I scroll on Instagram. I'm not like looking for like new stuff necessarily. Like I'm not on like the explore page unless I'm looking for like home things or like I'm not looking to laugh. I don't know if this makes sense, but TikTok, I am looking to laugh. I'm looking for everything, like a variety of things. So I had probably worked with like 3 or 4 brands on Instagram before TikTok ever came out, but this was like way smaller scale, like just free products. And I always knew like I felt like I could turn it into something more, but I didn't think TikTok was gonna be like the place that would do that, if that makes sense. So then anyway, like I said, started spending more time on TikTok. Still was always on Instagram too, but TikTok was just naturally fun. Like I just feel like it was a fun place to be for everybody. So again, I forgot that I'm supposed to be doing skincare. So this is stuff that I ordered on Amazon, and I'm really excited about this because I keep seeing it all over TikTok. Again, TikTok makes you buy stuff. Like I get so easily influenced on stuff that I see on TikTok. I hope this looks how I want it to, but I don't think this is how I thought it was gonna look. Maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, it is, okay. I don't really know what exactly I'm doing with this, but I'm gonna link all the products too. Ooh, this literally feels so good. I remember I got my first deal on TikTok, and I remember being shocked because I'm like, you know, Instagram I feel like I took more seriously, but TikTok was just like supposed to be fun. So when I got that, I was just like, oh, shocked to say the least. And then I think for a little bit I was in the creator fund, but as far as like the past few years when I've like actually been growing a lot faster, I have not been in the creator program at all, or whatever it's called, the creator fund program, just because I honestly personally feel like it takes away from your engagement. But maybe I'm crazy, maybe it's just overthinking, but I definitely heard that a lot of creators aren't in it just because like it almost, I don't really know how to describe it, like they pay you monthly, and so that's of course really nice, but I think it takes away from like actual brand deals, so to say. But maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just saying what I do. I'm not in it. So I don't get paid for any of my views directly on TikTok. The only money that I make is from brand deals specifically. This feels so good on my face. Okay, so I just kept on posting on there, but really what took my page off was like me sharing that I didn't know I was pregnant, and just like other random trends that were just like funny. And then I started doing more like family stuff, and as of recently I feel like I've really broken out of my shell, because I feel like I've just been able to be more myself, because even though I was doing funny stuff at first, I feel like I still had like that level of like professionalism on social media, because it's like, you know, you realize you're getting paid and you're like, I still have to kind of like, you know, keep it classy, keep it cute. But I feel like recently, like, not to say I'm not, but I just feel like I've definitely just been having like a lot more fun with it like I used to now, if that makes any sense, like within the last like year and a half. But definitely something that like really changed the trajectory of my TikTok specifically. I told my husband, I'm like, I feel like when I started, you know, I already was a mom, and I wish that I would have started sooner, like I wanted to. Obviously I don't like regret anything, but I wish I could have started sooner. And I kept saying, you know, like I want to start showing like more beauty, more like get ready with me type of stuff, so I can like talk and really get to know people versus just like cute little wholesome moments or like a quick little funny clip, whatever. So anyway, then my husband surprised me for Valentine's Day last year, and he got me a vanity. And I talked about this on my TikTok a lot, and like I showed when he initially surprised me. So I didn't know necessarily what I was gonna do with it, but my husband basically just like, that was his way of showing me like he believed in me to do like anything that I wanted to do, but that was like something specifically for me to really like show more of myself, because, you know, I'm 25 and I have 3 kids. I think I was 23 by the time I had 3, dude, that's crazy. And I always thought of myself as like being older when I had kids. It's not funny. You can laugh. All right, you're done. But yeah, like I always just thought I was gonna be older, so definitely like, you know, just learning that adjustment of like, everyone saw me as like just a mom, to being like, okay, cut the crap. And I really feel like a lot of people have been like, oh my gosh, you're actually funny. And I'm like, are you? But I'm like, that's fair, because I didn't show that side of myself. So anyway, like I said, I feel like I've really been like breaking out of my shell on social media outside of that little like category I was in before. Where were we going with this? Oh, okay, so I didn't know what I was gonna do with the vanity. I just knew like, you know, more beauty, more skincare, more get ready with me, like let's just talk. I don't care what I'm doing, let's just talk. So the first thing I was doing, I love iced coffee, so I was sitting at my vanity and I had just like a regular wine glass, like just a regular wine glass, and I was just talking, and I remember like this was a great introduction to like my whole like little vanity talks, because I basically was like, I don't want you guys to be here thinking like, first of all, you have to be a mom to be here. No, that, you know, there's a lot of moms who like always encourage other people to be moms, especially like at a young age, like they weren't. People who know me in real life, like it's just like I just don't push what people don't want on them at all. Like that just, it doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm a logical person. Yes, some of my life choices might be sound a little questionable, but I am a very logical person, and things didn't go okay, cut it, you're done. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Like some of the things that people try to push for other people just because they're in that situation, it just doesn't make sense. I am so pro like, do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Everyone's life is their own, everyone's path looks different. Don't compare what you're doing at 25 years old to me. Just enjoy what you're doing, because you're crazy. Enjoy it. Like there's so much you can do. Everyone's life path looks so different. So anyway, that's pretty much what I was saying in my video. Like I don't want people to be here and have to feel like they have to be a mom or have to be married or have to, That's crazy. So I got like a really positive response from that video, and then I remember I saw this like weird like mixing cup, and so I had ordered it. And the next video, instead of just a typical wine glass, like I put it in there, not really thinking much of it because I was just like, this cup is cool. That video was like, the response I got to that was insane. People were stitching it like, I'm so confused. What was that? And it literally was just like an electric mixing cup. So then I like did another cup and did another. So anyway, that was like its whole own thing that like I still do now. And I've had tons of mishaps with cups that I've used. So that kind of like turned into its own thing of like when cups are like don't go quite right, because that happens all the time. Like, I don't know. So anyway, that is just like a little bit of like the trajectory of my social media stuff. There's just like so many different ways that I've seen other people's social media stuff take off. So like a few of the things that I do with social media is TikTok is like my main. I love Instagram. Like I really do like the vibes, but it's just not like funny like TikTok is. So, you know, I still do Instagram. I really like YouTube, and I feel like this is like my place where I can like my safe place where I can sit down and talk. And it's like, if you don't know me, if you really don't care, you're not going to be here. But if you do, then you'll be here and you'll hear like the whole sides of things, because sometimes I feel like for me, it's hard for me to open up about personal things that I'm going through. Once I'm through it, then yes, I will open up more and like stuff, but I like to get through it first because I don't know, like I just, when I'm in the moment, I'm like, I'm just not really trying to talk about it until I have that solution, or like time passes where I feel like even if there wasn't a solution, that I feel like, okay, we can laugh now about that. But in the moment, I'm sorry, I'm just like, I honestly can't. It's hard for me. But I will say with, I don't know if this should go on first or this, but I will say I'm proud of myself because I feel like with YouTube, I can be like that. Like I can tell you guys things that I'm like actually going through, or things that I'm like questioning or debating, like decisions. Like I talked about the warehouse and how I don't know what I'm doing with that. My lease is up this month. But like on Instagram, like I just don't feel like I would really see myself just like opening up to, I don't know. I'm working on it. But it's a hard balance, I feel like, because I'm always kind of like a keep to myself type of person. I see these all over TikTok too. I've never used it, but I love Glow Recipes other products, so let's try this out. I just can never get over how good their products smell. And I feel like it always gives like a good basis to start my makeup on. Like literally the name, Glow Recipe, I feel like I'm glowing when my makeup is done. And I don't look like dry or, you know, cakey, anything like that. So I feel like there's obviously like tons of pivotal moments in my social media career that I'm missing. But overall, I think that what I like most about social media is like you can just pivot at any moment and it's like it's still you. But I think that as long as you stay true to yourself and true to the things that you enjoy, like you can just, you know, pivot to any type of area that you want to. So that's why even though TikTok is back, I still, like I said, have been wanting to be on YouTube more, and I feel like I actually have been. So I know you guys will be proud of me because you guys will be quick to call me out on it, as you should. So like I said, even though TikTok is back, like I still want to be here. But let me know what you guys actually want to see as far as like if it's a story time, if it's a chit chat, if you have more questions about social media that you feel like I might have missed, because I feel like I missed a lot, but also like, I don't know, there's just so much that I could say about my journey. Like I just remember getting my first brand deal in general, but I feel like the main first one that I remember really was TikTok, and then after TikTok it kind of like flowed to everything else a lot more. But I was just like, this is crazy, like money can actually be made off of this, like working with the brands that I use every single day. I was self-managed for so long until I want to say like, was it like 3 years ago now? Yeah, so I feel like I learned a lot in that time of like being self-managed to really figure out like both sides of everything. So I feel like I'm glad that I didn't like jump into management and signing with, you know, the wrong company or anything like that. But it can be so confusing at first, but I do think it's important to kind of like, you know, try to do your own research and learn things on your own before all of that. There's just so much to learn and know every single day, and then you guys see the way social media is pivoting. When I thought TikTok was gone, I was sad about it, but not just because of like brand deals or partnerships, you know, anything like that. Like I genuinely just like TikTok. Like I have a great time on there. I love the community on there. I think it's hilarious. It's a great like sense of relief just to get on there and be able to laugh and enjoy myself. But you know, I do really love my Instagram too, and of course my YouTube. So I was like, well, just that's where we'll be. But now that it's back, like I was so happy honestly that it was back, because You know, that affects so many people, and like I said, don't get me started on the politics of this because that actually will really make me mad. I feel like I've been rubbing my face for so long, but just because I have so many products on, I really want to make sure it's like in my skin good. My face feels amazing right now. So anyway, all in all, that is my social media journey. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Don't be afraid to talk in the comments because I want to get to know you guys more on here too, because this is like a whole different world on here, and it's hard to like find the same people on my different platforms everywhere. So let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'm excited for this new chapter I feel like we're entering.